Peace and blessings, everybody. It's the one and only Bainkoy, and I want to welcome you to Bainkoy World. I'm currently doing a Ghana series, everything you need to know about Ghana. My last video was episode 1, and in that episode, we went over preparation, everything you need to know in preparing to come to Ghana. So just a quick refresher of some of the points we went over. We went over making sure you are sure that this is the move that you want to make and everything that went along with that. The documentation that you needed on your trip, that it was best to have somebody on the ground that could assist you instead of trying to do it yourself or do it when you get here. Tackling the issues of light and water and financial situation. The best way to handle your financial situation or things that you should be prepared for when it comes to finances. And I ended it off with the key point of booking your ticket and going. Book your ticket and go. That was the key point of last video. Book your ticket and go. That's when it's real. When you've booked your ticket and you get on that plane, you're serious. So on this episode, we're going to be dealing with en route and arriving. Everything you need to know when you are en route and when you are arriving. So stay tuned. We'll get into that.
What the feeling is, your experience. Take a page out of my life book. Took a risk that could have sent me on a whole life journey. You can run a lot though. Expressing truth is sacred too, that always leads to eternity. Can't fake our lifestyle, get called out quickly. Energy never lie, we just rule them out swiftly.
All right, welcome back. Shout out to King Saylee. You was listening to Your Experience, King Saylee featuring Bainkoy. It's available on all digital platforms. So when you get a chance, go over there and check that out. King Saylee featuring Bainkoy, Your Experience. All right, so episode 2, en route and arriving. Before we get started, y'all see it. Y'all see the upgrade, right? Episode 2. Got the official podcast mic. Very grateful, very grateful. So en route and arriving, everything you need to know en route and arriving. So first key point, make sure whatever airline you are using, you have checked the policy for international travel to Ghana, just to make sure that you don't run into no situations you wasn't aware of. So policies constantly change, requirements constantly change. You know, I haven't talked to anybody recently or known anybody that has come recently that has ran into any big issues, but you just want to make sure that you are up on top of the requirements and whatever policy that you need to adhere to. You know, so make sure that you are way ahead of time. You know, it's an international flight, so it definitely board a little sooner than a normal flight. Have everything you need. Check the policies, check the requirements. You should have double checked and triple checked by now to make sure you got your passports, your visas, your yellow cards, whatever information you're gonna need when you arrive. You should have made sure you had it. Make sure your suitcases is all at the proper weight. You know, all of that. You just want to make sure all of that is in order and arrive on time ready. Now, I know we're in a digital age. If you can do things on paper, it'll be better as far as like your ticket or if there's a certain requirement. I know we quickly pull out the digital. You know, that's fine, but it's best to have paper too, because you may drop your phone, mess up the screen, maybe your phone will die, maybe the internet, anything. So it's best to have paper, but, you know, if digital is fine too, as long as everything works right. Okay, so also, if possible, before you board the flight to Ghana, if you can find the Forex at whatever airport, from the connecting airport or the starting home airport, to exchange money before you leave. You don't have to do a whole lot. You can do as much as you want, but you want to at least have something small that you can hand out. We'll get into that. But it's best to do that. If not, I mean, dollars is fine. You know what I mean? People would gladly take dollars, but like if you like dash somebody, that's what they call dashing. When you give somebody, they call it dashing. $20, that's somebody's half month salary. You know what I mean? Which might not be much to you, but it really don't take that much. It'll be different situations that we'll get into on when it's a good time to dash. But if you can exchange some money, you know, then that way you can dash 20 CDs, 50 CDs, that'll be cool. But either way, if you can, exchange a few dollars before you leave. If not, then it's fine. So number 2, so that's just making sure you've checked all of the policies, make sure you got all your documentation, exchange some money. Number 2, and then also you get on the plane and they're going to give you an immigration card. So not only have you followed the policies, exchanged the money, then you got on the plane and they're going to give you an immigration card to fill out. Whoever you are supposedly coming to visit, you will put their name, phone number, and address. So be prepared to fill that out. You fill out your information and then the information of the person who has invited you or who you are coming to see or who you know on the ground. That will be on the plane. Okay, now, 2, after you come off the plane and you come through the walkway and you come down the stairs, you will be at the yellow card checkpoint. So they will have the different lanes, and that's where they will check for the yellow card. They may check for your passport too, but that's where they check for the yellow card. That's where you give them the yellow card or you give them the waiver or however way around it if you ain't the type that takes shots. But you want to give them your yellow card there. That's the yellow card checkpoint. After you pass the yellow card checkpoint, the 3rd point would be the immigration window. So the immigration window, you will go there and then they will check your passport and they will check your visa. If you do not have the visa, you are doing it on the arrival, you let them know so they can get you to the proper person. When I did the visa on arrival, they took me to an office, asked me a couple questions, I gave them the money, they stamped it, just like that. It was over with. It ain't no big drawn out process. So if you get the visa before you come, that'll be the spot where you're showing the passport. They'll see the visa. You'll give them the immigration card. They ask a couple questions, maybe take a picture, and then that's it. If not, show them your passport, immigration card. They get you to the proper person. Right now, it's $250 US. You pay that, you get your stamp, and then you back to the window, and then you through. After you pass the immigration window, the 4th part would be check bags. Just like any other airport, anytime you fly with bags, you will go to the carousel and you will check your bags. So you will wait for your bags to come around. Hopefully your bags ain't lost. I haven't ever had lost bags on a flight. People have, but I haven't. So hopefully everything is go smooth because you want to have the trip as smooth as possible. So now you get your check bag. Now after you got your check bag, now you got to be ready because the hustlers are coming. You know, everybody, people got to eat. So they're going to be running you down. Oh, they're just trying to help you. If you need the help, take the help. If you don't need the help, and let them know, I don't need the help. Now, they hustle, so they don't take no for an answer. So if you don't want the help, you're going to have to be stern. You know what I mean? So that they can feel that I'm okay. Other than that, they trying to eat, so they're going to keep trying. If you do take the help, it's just from the baggage carousel to the last checkpoint before you leave the airport. Is not no big deal. So maybe you dash 20 CDs, you feeling generous, you dash 50 CDs. If you don't have the CDs, you have the dollars, you dash 10, or you feeling generous, you dash 20. Now, like I said, they trying to hustle, so they gonna try to make you feel like that ain't enough because you're not from here, you don't know how the money work, you supposedly from this rich country and got all this money in their mind. So they're going to make you feel like it ain't enough, but don't worry about it. It's enough. So then you take care of that, then you get to the last checkpoint. This is the last checkpoint where they physically inspect the bag. Sometimes they may just let you through, or they may look at you and decide that they want to randomly check you. They might want to open it up, see what's inside. Like I said, everybody trying to eat. So they looking for something of some value that they can, get a little dash off of. Like me, when I came through, I had a 27-inch iMac. I put it under the plane. So when they seen that big old box with the iMac on the front, she was like, oh, you're going to have to pay duties. That's what they call taxes. Like, you got to pay duties to bring this in, but I had been here before, so I knew how it go, So, let me talk to your supervisor then, because, you don't even know how much this costs, or this is a gift, or but she just saw the big expensive computer, so she was just trying to, get a little extra something that she can eat off for no big deal. When I first got here, and maybe when some of you first get here, it may frustrate you, but then after you learn, they just trying to eat, you don't take it so personal. So then that'll be the last checkpoint. After you pass that checkpoint, as they say, for welcome in Ghana, is Akwaba. You have made it in. So now you go through that checkpoint, and then you come out the front doors. Now you in the front of the airport, you outside. At this point, your taxi and the person helping you should already be outside. Now, some of y'all may come alone, may not have nobody that's here. Maybe you come as a group. There are taxis outside that will take you wherever you need to go. This is the peacefulest country, so you ain't got to worry about nothing crazy happening, so you can find a taxi to wherever you want to go. If you have somebody out there helping you, then they will have whatever ride, whether it's a van or a normal car, depending on how many people, how many bags. All of that should already be in order. That's the transportation. When you come out the airport, your transportation should already be ready. And lastly, it's up to you. Some people come over here with like a T-Mobile plan that you can use the phone internationally. But if you don't have that, whether you visiting or moving here, you won't have an ID, which they call a Ghana card, which we will deal with in the next episode. But in order to get a SIM card for a phone over here, you got to have a Ghana card to put it in your name. Other than that, the person who is helping you or somebody here will have to get the SIM card in their name for you to use. So you can either have it already ready, or when you come out, you can go right to the phone store right there in front of the airport, get the SIM card. If your phone is unlocked, you can put it on in your phone. If your phone is not unlocked and you want to just buy like a little cheap phone until you get things situated, then you can do that as well. So that'll be the phone part, because if you don't have service, once you come out of the airport, the Wi-Fi, will be done. So you won't be, if you're using it to make like WhatsApp, Messenger, and calls like that, you won't be able to do it no more. So you will need that SIM card if you don't have service. So it can already be ready, or you can go and get it. Now, next episode, we're going to talk about the Ghana card and getting your own SIM card and the different things that come along with having your own SIM card, because that's really the route you want to go. You don't want to be having to depend on somebody else. Something go wrong, they got to do it for you. No. So that is en route and arriving. So just a quick recap. Making sure before you left, you had everything in order, bags packed properly, proper weight, get you a scale to weigh your bags and everything. You check the policies and make sure that ain't no new requirements or something that you might not be privy to. So make sure you went on the website of your airline or the travel.gov site for Ghana and make sure all that was in order. Make sure you had all your documentation, and if possible, exchange some money to the currency of CDs before you came. And then you got on the plane, you got your immigration card, you filled that out. When you got off the plane, you had the yellow card checkpoint. You gave them the yellow card, you gave them the waiver, or your way around it. 3, You went to the immigration window. You gave them your passport, your visa, and your immigration card. If you chose to do visa on arrival, then they get you to the right people. You pay the $250. You get the stamp. You go back to the window. You in. You go and get your bag. You get to the last checkpoint. You pass that. You come out the airport. You in Ghana. You should already have your rides set up, or it's a bunch of rides out there. You should already have your SIM card ready, or you go and do the SIM card, or you wait and say, I don't need it right now. Let me see what's going on, and then I'll know what I want to do. So that is en route and arriving. So I hope that this information was great for you all. And next episode, we will be doing getting started. So now that you've prepared and you've come, now it's time for you to get started on the things you want to do. All right, so appreciate y'all once again, and stay tuned for the next video. Getting started. Bainkoy signing out. Bainkoy World. Peace.
My experience is filled with brick walls and pitfalls and obstacles to stand. It's about as tall as the Great Wall, but nothing can break this. I'm focused and I'm out of the matrix. The world about to witness my greatness.